So, Kinyua, Maze, welcome, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for
So
having
you
me.
can call me Cassandra's, Cassandra, whatever is easier. So
Cassandra is sweeter to the mouth.
Cassandra
man.
is sweeter, yeah.
Yeah, let me just go with Cassandra.
So let me give you a brief, short story about Cassandra. So my dad is called Cassandra.
Right.
Yes, and I think in his culture, the Luya people defined Cassandra as somebody who kind of struggles through something.
Okay.
Yes, so when I was growing up, I was like, I don't want to be like my dad. I want to be more than my dad. Because
I have to struggle more.
Yeah, I want to struggle more and put in more. Because
Yeah.
I feel like my dad made so many mistakes.
Okay.
Yes, so many mistakes along the way. Even something as simple as creating so many babies. My dad created 10 kids.
Fill the up, bro. Fill the up.
When you have money, bro. When you have money,
When you
bro.
have money,
when you
make
have
those
money, bro.
babies.
Yeah, so there is that. And then I lost 2 of my brothers, so now we are
Sorry.
8.
Okay, Polly.
So there is that. And then my dad was the second born in our family, my grandpa's family.
Okay.
So he had a huge responsibility to take care of his younger ones.
Yeah.
So when they were growing up, he started entrusting them and giving them responsibility in his businesses.
Okay.
And man, they fucked up.
They ran it down.
They fucked up all those businesses.
Man, sorry.
So yeah, so there was so many mistakes that my dad went through, and my dad has never sat us down to actually say, these were my lesson. I think my dad is typically
the old cultural
the
man.
old cultural
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
So for me, I've always wanted to be more than him.
Yeah.
That's why his name is Cassandra. Mine is Cassandra with an S.
With an S. Cassandra.
Yes. So the plural of whatever he is.
I know.
Yeah.
You do it twice.
Yeah,
as
do
much.
it more.
In a more structured.
In a more
manner.
structured way.
Yeah,
you
that's
you
for
look
sure.
at the lessons and all that.
Yeah. I think it's a story. It's a story for every man who's been born in between, like the third rebellion and the fourth rebellion.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, we had folks who are still handing culture and still trying to open up to the modern day thing, and then they're us.
Yes,
we clash.
Now, for us, I think we embraced it more. Like we embraced it fully.
Yeah.
Embraced modernity fully. Now we are the techies.
Yeah.
We're the ones who are teaching our folks how to use a phone.
You're the ones with the microphones.
We're
man.
the ones with the mic. The folks are like, what the hell is that?
I know.
We're the ones like filming with phones.
Yes.
So I think, yes, the transition is there. And then I think now, today, I want us to have a very candid, deep conversation.
Right.
I want you to ask me questions.
Yeah, sure.
I'll also ask you questions. I want it to be very informative.
Yeah.
I want this to be a platform where men can come and learn and say, hey, man. Yeah, that story was deep. So for me, I've actually been telling Eddie, I feel like I'm not going deep. Mm-hmm. So I want to be able to go deeper than what we've done before. Go deep and try and bring it down. Bring stories that have never come to light to light.
Yeah, I'm deeply grateful.
Yeah, I've
for
watched
this
your podcast. I'm like,
opportunity,
Didi,
the show, Beautiful Black
Man.
Man.
Show, yes. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, you know what? As we were having this conversation before we went up, man. Men don't talk. Men don't talk, man. We bottle. And for me, 2020, smack in the middle of COVID coming up to now, this is when now the true madness of a man has been shown in data.
Yes.
You look at, because, things like GBV, things that are happening, how we've literally had to go through this period, not just on gender-based violence only, but even in financial decisions, stuff like that.
Yes, and all that.
Like where depression can take you, man.
And also, I think that phase, that stage has taught us a lot when it comes to actually preparing.
Yes.
Like you can't really depend on one source of bread.
Absolutely.
You really need to diversify. Know people, create connection, build other things.
Yeah.
So, I feel like women have taken up the responsibility of empowering themselves.
Yes.
And men are still empowering women. Forgetting that we also need to be empowered. We are the ones who need empowerment right now.
It goes both ways. Well, one thing's for sure we have noticed, and I think it's come to light right now, that a man is insufficient in his own capacity.
Exactly.
And it's about time men accept it, because the other thing that's really making it difficult is we are not willing to accept it, man. So that's why we're lost.
The ego. Our egos are just inflated. Like, our egos are like the universe. I think probably most of the time when we grow up as men, we've been taught and conditioned to perceive how our egos feel to be a reflection of us.
Yeah.
Let me bring this to perspective. Like, for example, if I go to Eddie and tell Eddie, you know what, that camera, this is just an example, that camera needs to be there for it to capture A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And then I say, you're not doing it right. You know, Eddie, for example, might feel attacked just because I've done that.
Yes.
It's his field.
It's his field.
So it's perceived that he needs to be the one dominating that.
Yes.
So, and now, me saying that can make Eddie feel like less.
Interferes with his judgment.
Exactly. Yeah. Which shouldn't be the case. Yeah. It's just me throwing...
It's teamwork.
Yes, it's teamwork. Like, even if you're a profession in one field, it doesn't mean that every good thing every day will come from you. Yeah,
no. I know.
It does not need to start and end with you. You need to be the umbrella. You're guiding. You're like, okay, allow more people to also bring in their opinions and all
inclusivity. That's what it is, you know, because I was the other day I was at a site somewhere, and you know, I'm working, so I'm good at what I do. I know what I need to do.
Yes.
I know what products to use and stuff. And then this client checks in and just says, "Oh, I just read something somewhere, and I saw that this option that you've taken is not the right one, you know, because, you know, if this happens and then there's interference." And I'm like, yes, you've gone to the science, but in your head you're like, can you keep it relevant to what we have in the country? Right now. But then in my head I was like, you know what? You're the one giving me the job.
Yes, entertain that thought for us.
Sometimes you just have to know when to use your mind and when to let another person express.
Yes.
The best way to ever counter any issue or to solve any problem is allow for both parties to have their hand.
Yes, exactly.
Allow for both parties to have their hand.
Yes.
You need that lady to shine.
To shine, exactly.
As much as you're bringing in your, you're bringing in your weight.
Yes. I think
it's one man
it's
thing.
quite true. It's about me. So Eddie, when are we starting?
We're in it to win it.
What the fuck? This guy is just like... We haven't even introduced the show and you're allowing us to talk. What the fuck, man?
Chap was already there. It was already in it, yeah.
What's up, people? Welcome to the Naked Ego podcast.
Ego.
Yes, this is a space where men are willing to strip down their ego, share experiences while they are being authentic for the benefit of the society. And also, this episode has been brought to you by our partners, Istiqbal Home Furniture. These are guys who bring furniture from Turkey. So if you're looking for a exclusivity type of furniture that you don't see in every furniture shop you walk into, Istiqbal is a place to go. And let's get into the show. So today we have a very this is the first time I'm meeting you, but I feel like I've met you.
Yeah, man.
So we have a very interesting guest. I feel like the feeling of I've met you is because I tend to agree with most of your views. Yeah. I went around snooping on you, seeing your content.
This feels weird, bro.
Yeah. First of all, why did you guys stop doing Beautiful Black Men?
Wow, good question.
And then, before you answer, for the viewers out there, so Beautiful Black Men is a platform that you, Ted Josiah, and Francis
Masinde.
Francis Masinde created. And then you're just talking about concerns about men. That was from 20, was it 18 or 19?
No. Well, we did it in 2020.
2020.
Yes, height, smack in the middle of COVID times, and whatever that whole period brought in.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful platform. It was an amazing
I
platform.
love it. So why did you guys stop doing it?
Well, we did because we got to a point where we felt like the season that we had given in had actually come to a cap. Pretty unceremonious. That's what the word is. But it was in agreement between the three of us. And then, if you can really keep tabs towards October, pretty much everything started getting back to normal.
Exactly.
So time distribution and you run a podcast. You know what it takes to run a production. It's expensive. It is time consuming. It can be emotionally draining.
It's crazy.
You're dealing with a team, so you're bound to be at loggerheads. But you know what? The beauty of it is we sharpened each other.
Yeah.
The man tab is iron sharpens iron, and we did our part.
And I feel like actually on the list of people who I've always wanted to invite as guests, you and Ted have been on my list. So
awesome,
I feel like I need to challenge, or we need to challenge each other and do something for beautiful black men, even if it's not something on a weekly basis, and even if it's not on a monthly basis, every other month, we should create something for beautiful black men. I love the concept. And for those who don't know what beautiful black men is, go, I think, on social media.
At Beautiful Black Men.
And the black is without the
black,
C.
it's BLAK.
Yes.
And we're also on YouTube.
Yes.
The page is still there. The episodes is still there. Like you can watch them, rewatch them, and I kid you not, every time you'll still get something new. I still watch them myself.
I watch them, and thank you for that.
Thanks, bro.
Now, the main reason why you are here is I watched Beautiful Black Men, and I tend to agree with most of your views. Right. And then I started following you, and then I like the fact that you're willing to share about your struggles. Your struggles, being a family man, being a husband, being a father. I love the fact that you bring that to light. You're also willing to share about the struggles of being an entrepreneur. Yes. So that's the main reason why you're here. I want you to try and bring that to light. And also, if we can talk about redefining the modern man. Like there is how we were brought up, how our parents, our folks raised us, and how you are trying to raise your kids right now.
True.
Yeah, so there are differences, and then there are things that you are doing, your folks, your dad was not doing. There are things that we experience that it's irrelevant to our kids. There are things that they are new right now that our parents are actually shocked. So that's what I want you to bring to light.
All right.
And to kickstart the show, there's this question that I think Ted asked you.
I like how you followed it, man. Like I'm getting to see this right now, and I just can't believe how profound an impact that created, man. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. So, do you tell your kids you love them?
Yes. I tell my kids I love them minimum 6 times a day.
Why do you tell them you love them?
Need I mention I'm raising boys?
Yeah.
So there's the perception that, you have to toughen your kids,
Yes,
They're not supposed to be acting all up in emotion. They're supposed to embrace them. They're supposed to be hardened and tough for the world. Man, let me tell you, man, that thing is days of old age, man. The first place we went wrong is where we stopped raising our men in love. We raised them in a hard world. We raised them expecting them to always be at war. That's a mindset of a man. You're always fighting against something, a principality, a system, somebody. You always have to be the macho guy, You have to stand, ukiguruma unasikika. Man, in this day and age, no, man.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
So, if you could go back to your childhood, do you think your folk ever told you he loves you?
it would come in very different ways. I can tell you that for sure.
What ways?
You know what? My dad is available.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah.
He's an amazing man. Yeah. I have borrowed heavily whom I am because of what he did, his sacrifices and stuff.
Yes, yes.
But in terms of those actual words, like, I love you, son, you'd probably hear it once in like 5 years or 15 years or something like that, you know. And ni ile inafichwa.
Yes.
Unajua mimi nawapenda sana. Yeah, like wewe urifariwa wa. And it's never you.
It's never personal. Or your mom could be the one delivering the message.
Yes.
Mnajua baba yenu anawapenda
zaidi.
Yes.
Anakupenda
sana. Yes.
We never grew up feeling that exclusivity. Yes. Like, Dad, you love me. For me, it is Dad loves us because it's a blanket.
It's a blanket thing. Yes,
Yes,
and I think also for me it was more or less the same. Now, as I was telling you behind the scenes, I come from a big family.
Yeah.
A family of 8.
Yeah.
So 3 boys, 5 girls.
All right.
My dad kind of didn't have time for us.
Yeah.
Not by choosing. It's because raising us was a work on its own.
8 kids, man, yo.
Yeah, 8 kids. It's a job on its own. Yeah. And then my dad was a teacher, so he wasn't making much.
Yeah.
And he had started different businesses. So my dad started businesses from way back. I think by the time I started realizing and actualizing things, my dad had like business where he was selling music. He had music place. He was doing photography. He had matatu business.
Yeah.
So I think he did that. I don't know if he knew raising 8 kids is quite something. But that's one thing I saw growing up. And I think I never had personal time with my dad. I can't even remember the time when I would sit down next to him and talk about something.
Yeah.
Anytime I would be next to him, me and him alone. Either I had done something wrong, I was about to be punished.
How about you get the whoopee?
Or I'm about to be sent somewhere.
Yeah.
Or I was sent somewhere, now I'm delivering whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I think also that contributed to who we were. When I say who we are, I mean my siblings collectively. Yeah. Like, we've made so many mistakes. Mm-hmm. We've made so many mistakes that we could have avoided. Yeah. My sisters have had kids out of wedlock.
Okay.
One of my siblings, one of my brother, decided that he didn't want to continue with schooling from primary.
Okay.
So there is a lot that just was happening when we were growing up. And I think basing it on the society that we came from, anything that was unusual and contrary to what is expected, they would blame it either on the devil or the relatives. So that was the setup. It's only later on, that's when I started having a conversation with my dad, and then I would my dad is a very interesting person. When you start getting personal, he starts laughing.
Yeah.
He starts laughing.
I think it's a thing about the men of our generation. I know, for sure.
He starts laughing.
Yeah.
But for me, I would just persist, and then I would ask him uncomfortable questions.
Yeah.
And then I would even ask him about how he perceives things like love, how relationships feel like. Right now, we are not there, but we are cultivating a relationship where we can talk about things.
I like how you've brought that perspective. Yeah. Like, you're willing to make it work now.
Yes.
The thing about balancing between growing up in that space of time and being here right now, especially for like some of us, because you also went through that same sequence where the only time you met your dad is when he was coming to follow up with the teacher on what you'd be doing in school. Half the time, it was always controversial. Me or my knees were always dirty because I used to be the one kneeling at the corner, not doing homeworks. Man, I sucked at math, man.
Yeah.
Like literally, I really sucked at math.
I think in our family, if there is something that you were given, it was maths.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we were so good at maths, effortlessly. I never used to study maths.
What?
And I was always the top 3 people in mathematics from Form 1 to Form 4.
Good for you. Me,
I think it was maybe from my dad. So yeah, I think maths was, and I think it was so effortless that I never actually paid attention to it, and I didn't care about it.
Whoa, that's
so immediately after high school, I never
like,
wanted
boom.
to do anything related
Yeah.
to math.
That's
Yes.
So basically, other than when you're going to shopping for stuff, when he's going to send you to get stuff, like just how you said
Yes.
it. The problem is you grow up through a very significant phase of life where you're disconnected to that ability to have that candid conversation, and it still creeps up even in your adult life.
Yeah.
So like you're out here figuring out life, you're racing against the dragons and demons, and you'd rather go to anybody except your pups. Because when you head out your pups, you're already fast brain capped. It's blank.
It's blank. And yes, and I think the story about the Maasai culture is the most popular and the most common one.
Yes.
If how the Morans get to be brought and introduced to manhood.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to the story, there is always men beside them.
Yeah.
Like they are being taken to the fields to hunt with somebody else who knows how to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such a beautiful story, yet it's the story that most of us men, especially men who had embraced the white culture, that's something that we lacked.
Yes.
Yes.
What I know is, if you're to really bring it in relation to what you have now, we still have a very significant degree of men our age who are still lost.
Very many.
And they are overrun by how the world is changing.
Yeah, the world is moving so fast.
Kids nowadays ask questions, my guy.
Yeah.
Ask us, you never had the privilege to.
No, bro.
Ikisemwa, inakuwa. That's it. Yeah.
Bro,
it's the law. Yeah.
What? Question. You can't ask your 4 questions.
Bro,
man.
let me tell you. Today in the morning I was coming,
Yes.
I left the house a little bit late.
Yeah.
My son comes home from school.
Yeah.
So he just checked in, lazy, dragging his feet, and then just throws himself on the couch, puts cartoon.
Yeah.
So me, I'm there getting ready.
Yeah.
The mom in the kitchen says, "Hey, buddy, so this is perhaps a good time for you to take a shower and then sit down, do your homework."
Yeah.
I hear my son says, "But mom, do I really have to shower now?" Hey, bro. A part of me which is still stuck up in that very culture back there. You know that kapat, eh?
Yes.
You're like, young man.
Yeah.
And then when I popped my head through the corridor, I looked at the chap.
Yes.
Guy looks at me with a dead stare like, "Yeah, dad, I just said it, man. Like, do I have to take a shower now?" In my head, I thought, if it were my father.
Yes.
And I asked that question. That yesterday's shoe by the door would have been in my mouth.
Oh man, so that's how we were raised. I think it's called people call it. Is it the corporal?
Yeah, it's a corporal parenting.
The corporal parenting,
Yeah.
and I think for us, because we didn't have access to information, we were raised in fear.
Yes.
Fear was a very important tool.
Yes.
To either to punish or just to help in upbringing. Like they would instill fear in you so that you don't do certain things, so that you don't ask certain questions, so that you don't go to certain places.
Yes.
And now tables have turned.
100%,
the young kids are more informed than the folks.
Yeah.
And I feel like having that mentality of the corporal parenting, it doesn't work with our kids nowadays, because these kids are more informed than we are.
Yes.
They have access to information more than we are.
Yes.
Yes. Like you would talk about, I have a friend of mine who lives in States, and then he was like, in States, like you can talk about caning the kid, and then the kid will read you the laws, the laws that's actually protecting him or her as a kid.
Yeah,
that would actually work against you as a parent.
Yes.
So,
and you know what? It's fast becoming. It's sort of creeping and starting to find its way in our land in Kenya.
Yes.
We're still culturally backed, but there's that outspokenness,
But do you think we are culturally back? I don't. Do you think
that
Kenya?
We're still at a crossroad. We're still at a crossroad. We haven't yet figured out, but now
Kenya as a whole.
Yes, we're
But
not yet figured out.
Nairobi, I feel like
We've lost it already.
lost it already.
Hey, that is you walk to the super, you find that we're throwing tantrums.
Yes.
Fagia.
Nairobi, I think Nairobi is one of those. Nairobi is like a sponge.
Yes, it's absorbing everything.
It's just absorbing everything.
Exactly.
Like when it comes to technology, when it comes to the modernity, both good and bad,
taking everything,
you're just taking everything.
Yeah.
I feel like for us, we don't have a filter.
We don't have our own signature. We don't have a niche.
No.
We're literally a bed of everything.
We don't.
Music today
Yes.
will be gengeton, amapiano, kesho, we're going Niger, and everything works, Parenting, your state's there, you're still African man, you want European.
Yes.
Like it happens. It keeps on changing, shifting bases.
Yeah. Times are changing.
Solid, man, solid.
So, guys, we still have Kinyua here, so we can take a short break and then pay some bills as we do a shout out to our partner, Istiqbal Kenya. Guys, this episode has been brought to you by one of our partners, Istiqbal. Istiqbal is an international brand with presence in over 90 countries and with over 1,700 stores open worldwide. They offer innovative home furniture solution with premium designer-made modern furniture with an elegant craftsmanship with redefined uniqueness. So if you're looking for furniture that makes you stand out, if you're looking for furniture that makes people come to your place every now and then, Istiqbal is a place for you. Istiqbal has furniture that you would see online and never get in any furniture shop in Kenya. So go check out Istiqbal on their website and social. I think the URL and the name is down below. Check out what they have. They have, is it January offer? So you can go see what they have. And then I'm sure they've got something good and beautiful for your home. Welcome back to Naked Ego Podcast. Kinyua.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so you're a family man.
I am a family man. I still can't believe I'm one, by the way.
Yeah, you're raising two boys.
Yeah. Randy, 5 and Tender, 3.
Yeah, I saw the names and I was like, what inspired the names?
Number one, man, we've always been cultured to think about everything white, everything Christian, everything cultured. But we have our own African culture that can be celebrated.
True.
It can form the basis for a generation.
Yeah.
I got my son, Randy. Full names are Rendani.
Uh-huh.
I got it from those, those South A gigs.
Yes.
I mean, they have this nice lingo, that Bantu, man. Those things are sweet. So I got it from Shivenda people. So Rendani is praise unto God. We got our son after we came from a very dark period. But that's a story for another day. And we overcame the darkness to get to a point where we had our first child. Mm-hmm. And that's why for me, my first son is a praise unto God. And then we are in agreement over the next child, which was still something that really blew my mind off it. Mm-hmm. And that's why Tatenda. So that's thanksgiving to God.
You're very religious, right?
Yes, I am, man. I'm cultured. I have a strong belief system, and it's one that I would love to teach my children.
So, top of your head, what does it feel like raising two boys in 2022?
2022, yes. Yo, let me tell you, it is an arduous task. It's tough, but it's a blessing. there's one thing I usually say. If you're committed and you understand your mandate and what it takes to put yourself into somebody's life and watch them grow, it's very fulfilling. Very fulfilling. Hard as it is.
Break it down some more.
So, this is 2022.
Yes.
Let's not even focus on 2022. Let's look at our generational period right
Yes,
now.
exactly.
It is a generation where, number one, running a marriage off culture is not the thing anymore. It doesn't work. There was an essence of suppression that was backed by culture.
Yes.
It's not working like that.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody sits on an equal table and everybody has to have their voices heard.
Yeah, everybody has a voice.
If your wife comes today and tells you, "Yo, guy, I don't feel you." Are you ready to have those kind of uncomfortable conversations? You don't, you know? So the default setting is this, that you'd always switch to culture and stuff, but it's not working now, right? And then you have to marry, among so many other issues, marry these two mindsets and still bring forth life.
Yeah.
And pour yourself into that life and grow. Again, bringing us to culture.
Yes.
The way we grew up.
Yeah.
It was about roles and responsibilities, yes. But by culture, the mama was the one to take care of the kids. You spend more time with your mom than your pops.
True.
In this day and age, you have to be available.
Yeah.
You as a man.
Yeah.
Because your input as a man is as important to that child.
It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Like, I think one thing that especially young families assume is kids learn by seeing. They have to see.
They have to see.
And then they have to emulate. Like they need to be a father figure. They need to be a mother figure.
Yes.
So they have to see and emulate from those figures.
You know, there's this very interesting statement that is usually made by all cheating men, as they call it. There's this meme that was going around at, no, we're only together for the kids. You ever seen that thing? You're only together for the kids.
Yes.
Much as it's a dodgy statement, it has some truth in it. The way marriages are right now, the way institutions are set up right now, the demands that we have to give to our children sometimes calls you to be absent to what you, or not to be absent, but to turn down the volume of you not feeling your wife, but having an obligation to your child. I don't know whether you get that. I'll tell you this. And this may sound controversial, but hey, it's a reality.
It's your opinion, bro. People should know. Yes, it's your opinion.
There's a stage in marriage that we reach nowadays where you don't feel your partner at all. At all.
I get what you mean.
Sex is shit.
I can relate.
Conversation isn't
I
just
can
flowing.
relate, not the sex is shit part, but I can relate.
It
not
is.
people can.
No, it's a truth. It's
Yes,
a truth.
I get what you mean.
And let me tell you, it's good to normalize these things because people always try to hide them at you. Oh, you know, we're so functional, we're doing this, we're doing that. Let me tell you, even the best of sexes has a timeline.
Exactly.
Has a timeline.
Exactly. That's true. That's true.
So it plummets. Yes. Now, if you know for a guy, sex is critical.
Very.
It is hella critical.
It's part of the things that the society as a whole used to define you as a man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I get to a certain point where it just doesn't appeal the same way.
Yeah.
And I get to another point where this lady that you once used to be so attracted to
so crazy,
defines your world. Man, I see this person, I'm melting.
Yes.
And now you see and you dry up. It happens. It's the truth.
And what do you do in that moment?
That is when friendship comes to play. How you two took time to really establish before these waves took up.
And at that time when the feelings kind of plummet, is it an on-off thing or?
It is an on-off thing. You know, you'll always react based on the environment you're in and what you feel at a particular moment. There are days you wake up and you're all right, we can do this. There are other days you wake up and I'm like, man, I'm not in this. I'm not feeling anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And most people don't know how to balance in between that sequence. That's when now you start seeing the hits, the abuses, the lack of respect, the disrespect and stuff. They're actually cultured around that period where both of you are not bold enough to admit that you know what? The feeling's actually waning.
And then probably both of you did not cultivate a relationship based on communication.
Based on communication.
Holy
There's
moly.
nothing like that, man. You guys just used to be superficial. It's let's go chop life there. Let's go do this. I'll buy you something nice. I'll do this. I'll do that. And then now when everything else ends and you realize there's nothing new to this, both of you have checked out. You're not willing to accept that, hey, you know what? This is what I'm feeling at this particular moment, and this season makes me feel in a particular way. So that you know how to adjust. Communication helps you to adjust. But people don't do that. Now, to bring it back to the question, you're in that space, and both of you have kids. These kids are demanding of you.
Yeah.
They want daddy, they want mommy. If you raise boys, you'll know one thing. Boys learn to be the men they are from their dads.
That's true.
Girls learn to look for the man of their dreams from their dad.
That's true.
If you fuck it up with a wife, you've messed up both sides.
That is so true. Sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
There's a time I went out with this lady. So we had a relationship over a period of time. And then she just used to find a way to trigger and make my demons come out. You get it? Like she just used to find a way to trigger and make my demons come out.
Yeah.
And every time my demons would come out, would either have an exchange or just throw tantrum.
Yeah.
After a period of time, I discovered, okay, maybe let me try and dig deep, because the relationship was best, even from the word go, it was very superficial. We just started. I think sex was the main thing. Sex was the motivation that brought us together. Yes. And then so later on, when I started actually having a conversation with this person, I discovered that the lady, the father to the woman who I was seeing at that time was very abusive to the mom.
The mom. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she saw that growing up.
Yes.
And now, subconsciously, that became attractive to her.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. She checks out, and out of that very experience is what she will use to go through some certain situations with you. You're unsuspecting. Yeah. You were never there when she was growing up.
That's true.
And you never had the chance to really figure out the demons before you started riding on the highs. So now you have to now bring and balance all this together. Yeah. Let me tell you, guys check out. They go separate ways. And then the kids are there.
But why do we check out so easily?
Let me tell you, I'll use a very unconventional example.
Take it away.
You enjoy your tea with sugar when you drink the first 2 sips. First 2-3 sips, right? That's when you feel the sugar, you feel the tea or the coffee, you feel the milk, the balance. You're so very connected to the content in the cup. And then it becomes the norm. So once it becomes the norm, it means that your system is already adapted to what is in the cup, right? Choosing to finish that cup and go for another one is based on your culture and based on your perception towards tea. You say tea makes you happy. Is it because of the taste? I can assure you. The taste will definitely just play part on entrance. But the culture, the habit that you've cultivated yourself around the tea is what makes it bearable.
So what you're trying to say...
When people start relating, hit it first time, oh my God, she's a goddess. You know? Yeah, she walks out of the bathroom, she comes in dressed, she has all these different perceptions. You're like, man, that girl is fire. After some time, you realize one thing, that beauty just doesn't spark you as much as it did when you started. But you choose to stay because you know what you have and you know the value of having what you have.
I love what you just
Feelings
said.
check out. Feelings check out. Number one, always know. Feelings check out.
Yeah. So whatever you feel for your mama at the beginning is not exactly what you'll be feeling
feel
for
right
her.
now. Yeah, 10, 15 years
yes.
later.
Yeah, okay.
It's not.
Yeah.
What now plays part is how you two created foundations and you cemented bases that allowed you to ride through the storms and still maintain some cultures, still maintain some habits that keep you both alive and moving. Yes? After all this rosy part is gone.
Okay.
So what happens is this: you get into that phase, and then you get kids, and then you realize one thing: when kids check in,
Yeah.
and there's no connection between the two of you, hate can descend on you in such a massive way, such a massive way. If you're not careful to manage it through communication, raw, honest, and candid communication, a respectful one for that matter. Yes? And just trying to argue, not just trying to talk out that issue and create a system that allows you to go through that particular period together. Boss, I kid you not. That's why you see what's going on. A chap just woke up one day, boom, went. No notice, nothing. You find a lady waking up one day and the next thing you know, she's there causing hell, drama. Unasikia saa tumeingia stories za arbitration. You go and consider the elders, this. And the moment you start involving those third parties, my friend, it already shows that you cannot deal or you do not have the capacity to deal with the situation as the both of you. Yeah. Now, if you're in that stage, what are you showing your kids? Because kids are smart. They see. They observe. They read energy. They see. What do they see?
Chaos.
People need to get to a point where they're comfortable enough to tell their significant others that, yo, I'm in this space. This is what I'm feeling. And it's affecting me in a particular way. Yeah. I'm not able to express 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And I'm still committed or I'm not committed, depending on where you want to be. But always protect the space to make sure your children don't pick up those bad energies, which in turn form their personality. That's why you scare the statements where you're told, boys, raise your sons to appreciate and honor women. How do you appreciate and honor a woman if you're abusive to yours?
That's a hard one. I don't think it's feasible. It can't be done.
It can be done.
Yeah.
Our kids learn more by practice, by visuals. True. They don't learn by theory.
Exactly. Like, if you, for a second, get in touch with your childhood, you never used to do what's right because you're told. You used to do what's right because it kind of became subconsciously a culture.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It was what was required of you at a particular period in time. Yeah. Strip that. Now get down to what you actually feel and what you do. Because that's the world we live in right now. The world we live in right now is free, you know. We live in a period where people will express themselves the way they want to, not because they're governed by culture, but because it's what they feel right within.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
So if you don't put checks and balances in how you relate to your significant other, you lose it on parenting. Let's not be quick to bring in children to raise them while we haven't figured out what we really want or who we are or what we want to give to the people that we want to do life with. That's where you go wrong.
So in an ideal situation, we need to work on ourselves first before we bring the...
Yes.
So most of the relationships in Nairobi are not ideal.
I kid you not. I kid you. Not just Nairobi, but in the world.
In the world. So
relationship is a facade story. Oh, these two people look too nice together. Oh my God, he's a dark skin, she's a light skin. Yeah. Look at that nigga buffed, that lady curvy. Yeah. It's always on aesthetics.
Yes, exactly.
But bro, aesthetics fade quicker, faster than you actually think. And then character comes to play.
Yeah.
Character is an image of your raising and your experiences.
And your values.
And your value systems and all that. If both of you can't really get it together, then I kid you not, you'll move from being the most cutest guy in the whole world to this lady's eyes to the most ugliest mofo this chick has ever seen. And vice versa.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Yeah, tables turn so quick.
Me am a rumba head, so mupendaga ingoma iya. Uzuri wa mwanamke
sio urembo.
Kitabia. Unajua?
Yes, I know the song. Yes.
That is a very functional word.
But
it's a very functional statement.
I'm very curious, Kinyua. I'm very curious. Why do we keep chasing the physical beat of our women as opposed to actually, like, it's not new that uzuri wa mwanamke sio urembo ni tabia. It's not a new thing. It's something that even when we are next to our boys, we say it, we talk about it, but we never practice it. Why?
And for the purposes of our female viewers, because let's face it, they're quite a number. Yeah. It's actually both ways. It's not just a lady. Also a man. It's in the function of your character and how you choose to uphold that woman. Pia mwanaume ni tabia.
Tabia, exactly, yes.
It goes both ways. But why are we so easily taken up by what is the physical bit of it?
Why? Why?
Bro, we like to see everything nice, don't we? Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to get into a house and get this lovely couch, man. If you call guys to come to your house, they see that you're living the life. It's always about the statement that you put across. The statement. Aesthetic is a statement. So you're scared that if you get somebody who's not too eye candy, man, your guys are going to look at you like, hey, mazo chali kwa ntafuta bibi na giza nini. Some of these dumb comments that you usually say, yeah? But we are usually taken up by the face before we start questioning the character. When you go for dates, instead of finding authentic spaces that will allow you to just undress, get down to the meat, the body, what you stand for, what your values are, can we work together?
Who are you?
We are usually covered with a blanket of euphoria where you just want to live the good life. Oh my God, when I wake up and I see your face, man, I feel like I'm a height,
Yes. When we are approaching the female, when we are trying to get their attention, we are not trying to be open to them and allow them to see who we are. We are trying to do things that may make them perceive us in a certain way.
I'll ask you a question, Cassandra.
Shoot, my brother.
Look at you, you're buffed. You work out, man, right?
Yeah.
You're all about the looks.
That's the question.
It is fitness. No, it's just look. The look of something plays a part in the fitness, like your fitness journey. It's mental. When you work out and you release, the result gives you some certain sense of gratification, right?
Yes.
I'll tell you this. Part of it is to keep your appeal high.
True.
It is to keep your appeal high.
Yeah, my biceps need to be the right size.
Exactly, need to be the right size. Chest needs to be pumped
to be the right
up,
tone.
Exactly. When that lady goes to the salon to get her deed done, like hairdo, all these faces and stuff, they spend colossal amounts just to make them good because the look makes them feel good. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The world we live in, we live in a world whereby our visual presentation opens the gate to acceptance.
Because it's a psychological need. For you to be validated.
To be validated.
Yes.
But now after validation, what's inside you? Do you work on yourself as much internally as you do physically?
I think where we get it wrong is we do everything possible to get validation from the outside.
Exactly.
We don't work on the inside.
On the inside.
Yes.
So now, I've fallen in love with the package.
Yeah.
Chap is aight. He fits the bill.
Yes.
You have it all, man.
Yeah.
You probably walk in, you're smelling like heavens and two roses, man.
Yeah. You got Chris
Them are going, oh
Adams.
my God, hey, manze chaliana koloni ingine inanimaliza. Unajua, unajua.
Yeah.
And then you open your mouth, you'll probably rehearse like one or two statements. You know, your voice is right, check, and everything good and stuff.
You know what to say.
You know what to say, when to say, and how to deliver.
Exactly.
That's pretty much gonna bug at the first time.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get it tonight.
Yes.
You're probably gonna get it after a week.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Yes.
And then after now, the point at which you give out that first face of you, that's a first guard that you've let down. It's a first of your guards that you've allowed her to climb your wall. After you climb your wall, now you want to see what's inside. All right?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So now I start. This is it. I've already given you the facade. I've already given you the look. I've already shown you how I look and stuff, spoken the right words. You know?
Yeah.
Then she's probably given you a chance to get to know more of her. You've probably given a chance to get to know more of you. And then once now you're in a position where now you have to drop your guards beyond your physical expression, what else do you have to offer? That is the one part that most people don't even go past. Because you start realizing people carry issues.
Yeah.
People have skewed belief systems. People have questionable characters and stuff like that.
People have insecurities.
People have insecurities.
People have fears.
People have fears.
People have unresolved trauma. Bro, the list is endless.
It's endless.
And I think also people, I think we live, there's some time back I was talking to a friend of mine. I felt like it was just a joke, but it was in the context of we need a body, like a government body or something, that qualifies relationships.
Yeah. I know. I get it. Yeah.
Like if you, Kinyua, come here and then you've just brought someone else and then you say you want to be in a relationship.
A panel, my
yeah,
friend. We open
we need to open. By the way, your ex broke your heart.
Exactly.
Have you healed?
Yeah, have you healed?
Have you resolved that trauma?
Yes.
Go back.
You had a fight.
Yes.
This fight, what instigated? Stuff like that.
Yes.
Now, are people willing to talk about those kind of insecurities? No. So what happens is this. You use the first line to make lifelong commitments.
Yes.
And then once you get a peek of what's inside, you want out.
Or, let's spin it around. Once you get in, you don't have what it takes to come out.
There you go. So what happens? You become part of the rot.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Yeah.
Guys waking up one day, tunasikia deadbeats. Yes. Chicks waking up one day, absconded their duties.
Yes.
Oh, chap is moving with who's moving with who.
Yeah.
Things just take a different tangent.
Yes.
We lose it. Now, where's the dumping site? Kids.
Yeah.
Kids are the dumping site.
Yeah, they're the ones who carry that burden.
They carry that burden.
Yeah.
You bring your child, you do your whatever it is that you did.
Yeah.
Your kid will learn from you. The value of I'm raising boys, so I usually say this. A son, a boy, will learn how to be a man from his father in presence or in absence. If you're absent, if you're absent to your son, you're teaching your son the value of absence.
Yeah.
He's still learning it from you.
True. It's when the son grows up and then there's an opportunity for the son to be absent in any situation.
It's going to be like that.
The kid will take it.
Yeah, he's going to duck.
Yes, the kid will take it. Exactly. That's true. That's so true.
Is.
Yeah. A kid learns from the father, whether in
presence or absence.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
So equally will a lady. Yeah. She will learn. I was actually talking to a guy the other day and just making like it was just a comment. I usually said.
Yeah.
I said, single moms, you need to give credit to these ladies. Why do I say so? Mm-hmm. They have mastered the art of becoming solid, strong, not bowing to any given wave of emotion. Be a man and be a woman at the same time.
Is it possible though?
Bro. I choose to. It is. You know what? functionally, it shouldn't be.
I don't think it's possible, though.
Functionally, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But what do you have in this world right now?
A result of that.
A result of it.
Yeah.
So it's being pushed.
Yeah.
You find mamas raising kids and playing both daddy and mommy. Not that the dad isn't there.
Yeah.
But the guy is just not available.
It's not available, yes.
We still find men who are raising kids,
yes,
and the moms are not available.
True.
A guy still has to be mom and dad.
Yes. And another problem is, I think, those for the single moms and the single dads who are raising kids, they don't pay attention enough to know that these kids, they need the father figure and the mother figure regardless.
Yes. And you know what regardless means?
Yes.
Regardless means you two are literally not on the same wavelength.
Yes.
You're literally not on the same wavelength.
Yes, but you need to be there.
But you're bold enough to admit that the cause is greater than our needs.
Exactly. It doesn't, and people should know, for those who are good at getting things wrong, we're not trying to say that you guys need to pretend in the eyes of your kid. No.
No.
You guys need to work on something that can accommodate the kids.
Yes.
The family.
It's deep, son. Solid.
This is the Naked Ego podcast.
Podcast.
Yes, we'll take a short break and then we'll be right back at you.
Yeah.
Istiqbal is an international brand with presence in over 90 countries and with over 1,700 stores open worldwide. They offer innovative home furniture solution with premium designer-made modern furniture with an elegant craftsmanship with redefined uniqueness. Welcome back to the Naked Ego podcast. Kinyua, this is a very good conversation we're having. I'm loving what you're saying. What you're trying to bring to light. Like, it's so powerful. And as I've said, me and you just need a whole day, bro.
Man.
We need a whole day to just sit down and talk.
Yeah.
So I think for the sake of our viewers who we promised we will package something short and palatable to them so we can go into the question.
Yeah,
so
sure.
We have 2 or 3 interesting segments. So we have the question segment where I'll just ask you questions and then you can throw in your views.
All right.
If you feel like you want to spin the question around, well and good.
I'm sure I will at some point.
Yes. And then we can play one game and then we can wrap it up today at that point.
Yeah.
And then we can structure.
Pick it up.
Yes. Cool.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it.
You ready for this?
Always.
So, number 1, how would you define success?
Gee. How do I define success?
Yes, how do you define success?
Success is completion of a task that keeps you happy.
That's simple. So
there's no measure to success. You can be successful with 50 bob.
Yeah.
You can be successful with a child.
Yeah.
You can be successful with 1 million bob.
Yes.
You can be successful with getting healed. Yeah. At the end of the day, you've completed a task that kept you happy.
Yeah, so we need to stop giving ourselves too much pressure.
It's not a measure of acquisitions.
Good stuff. I love that. What's your worst habit?
Niko na mingi, mi hata sifichagi.
Give me 1 or 2.
When I think too much, I eat my nails.
Uh-huh.
But I've tried. By the way, I've really stepped up. They're not as shapeless.
You eat your nails?
Yes, I do.
That's one.
This one can be quite gross.
We like gross.
You like gross?
We like gross.
I like it.
Yeah.
I might find myself smack in the middle of my thinking, poking my nose. When I'm deep in thought, I'd have a finger in my nose and just be like, it's usually the thumb. Don't worry, I don't do that thing. But you know, just poking and then flicking. I'm just like, okay, cool.
Oh man, interesting, man. Okay, cool.
Let me just keep those two for now, man. But just ban photo.
Yeah.
My employers are watching out. To my employers, I am a very focused chap in school. Yes, I'm a contractor. Yes. That's my part-time job.
Yes, good stuff. How would you define a man?
A man is a figure who chooses to be physically present and functional and provide leadership and guidance.
In whatever space they are
in. Whatever space they're in.
Cool. You
cover your people, you provide direction.
Cool.
But also a man is somebody who listens.
And I think also a man should be somebody who takes responsibility.
Yes.
You see what I did right
now? Bro, right there, man, right there. Cheza chafu lakini beba msalaba.
Yes, beba msalaba.
I know.
I think we need to be present.
Yeah.
We need to be very intentional with our actions.
Yes.
And we need to have the courage to take responsibility of the mess that we leave behind.
For sure, without a doubt.
Without a doubt, yes. Yeah. I think if men can pick that up, it will make the society a better place.
There's a lady I respect and revere. Mm-hmm. Her name is Pastor Angie. Mm-hmm. She literally gave me an opportunity to be who I am today. Massive shout out to Pastor Angie.
Wow. Thank you, Pastor Angie.
She used to say one very important thing. Mm-hmm. A society gets lost when the man doesn't take his position.
Exactly. 100%. I'm 100% with you.
That's it. The society gets lost when a man fails to take his position. Take your leadership role, bro.
Yes, let's own up and
own up.
Yes.
Yeah, let's own up.
Thank you for that. Most painful experience?
Most painful experience?
Yes.
It's actually a breakup.
Uh-huh.
It's a breakup, man. I mean, hell, well, a man's most painful experience is a heart issue. It's never anything else, man. It's a breakup, man.
But I think anything to do with heartbreaks is something that we men don't
admit to.
We don't admit to, and we don't allow the society or the people around us to know that we are going through that phase. Yeah, we don't allow people to see us hurting.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about yours.
I won't go too much into the details, but I still have the date in mind. 15th of December, 3 days before my birthday, man.
What happened, bro?
Yo, man, she woke up and left, and that's the last time I saw her.
Without explanation. No closure.
I even have it. It's on record, man. The very last episode of Beautiful Black Man. Same question.
Yes.
Guy, man, that one punctured me like I felt a spear go through my heart, man. But you know what? We grew.
Yes. We learn from it and we grow. So for men who are going through heartbreaks out there, and then probably they are in environments where other men are trying to shut them down or to throw whatever at them, telling them to man up, what would you tell them?
I'll tell you this. I've come to accept the space of grieving as a step to getting better.
And grieving is not a feminine thing.
It's not a feminine thing, man. Cry if you have to.
Yeah.
Cry if you have to. Yo, let me tell you, nowadays, I have spaces where things can really get overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I just take my time, go to the moti or just somewhere, sit down and just let it out. Man.
Yes, feel it.
Feel that
emotion.
Yeah? Find somebody who you can talk to. Talk, man. Open up. Don't die with the thing inside you.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Learn how to release it.
True.
Wait. Do you have spaces where you cry? That's a hard question. I don't know that there are men who know how to answer a question.
It's an interesting question because for me, I'm not a crier.
Okay.
But I've been in a relationship where I used to cry nearly every other day.
So you are a crier in denial. It is what it is, man. Let me tell you, if she ever made you get the tears off your eyes, if she ever really put it down.
She did. She
and it came out more than once?
More than once.
Bro, you're a crier, but you're denying it, man.
But why is it that right now I can't cry?
It's because it's not in the frequency. The wavelength of what made you release it that time may not be what you're really capitalizing yourself on right now. It's not what you're feeling. Yes, you're gonna have moments that are quite tumultuous. They're gonna really make you, like feel all crammed up and stuff.
Yeah.
But they've just not really gotten you to that point where that lady got you to that breaking point.
Yeah.
You cried, So being a crier is not that you cry always.
Always.
So today I just had a bad day at work, man. That client insulted me. See. That one moment when it comes out and it comes out in an authentic manner.
Yes.
And you feel like you released it.
Yeah, so I cried. I've cried.
You're in touch with your emotions.
Yes.
That's dope, man.
Yes.
That's dope.
Thanks for that question.
Yeah.
Next, what is the one thing that you value most in a man that the society neglects?
Fatherhood.
Wow.
Fatherhood. The society is still torn in a space where we're trying to culturalize fatherhood and make it addicted and not a function of love coming from a man.
I see what you mean.
We're still so much caught up in the very box where we want to be macho. Yeah. Just because we give money or we provide.
Yeah.
Now your role has been, sanctified. But we have to be much, much more than just provisions. We have to be caregivers. Being a caregiver means you're there morally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, in every sphere.
Yeah.
And that should come. If it comes from a man, bro, it's sweet.
I get what you mean.
It's dope.
I get what you mean. Wow. Yeah. I love that answer. Yeah. Fatherhood.
Yeah.
Wow. Next. What's the one thing that people misunderstand about you?
That's a hard question. I don't think I've really allowed myself to see that.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Like, you don't take time to.
No. You see, one thing I usually say is, there's no better me than me.
Break it down for me, please.
There's no better person. There's no better me. There will never be a better self than I am.
Oh yeah, there's no better person to be you than
exactly than me. In regards to how I present myself to you.
Yeah.
We meet people at different seasons in our lives. Yeah. I meet people when I'm angry. I meet people when I'm happy.
Yes.
I meet people when I'm hyper. I meet people when I want to be an introvert.
Exactly.
I meet people at different spheres in life.
True.
How you take me based on a particular season is yours to deal with.
And it doesn't define you.
It doesn't define me. And that's why in this world, you really can't have everybody. I'll go to some places and hit jackpots. I'll succeed. Yes. I'll go to places and fail miserably.
And struggle. So, yeah, exactly. And it's so important for a man, when he goes out there, when you interact with somebody at your worst and they judge you for that face, you can't be any better.
You can't be any better.
In that time.
Because at that particular period and space, that is the true self. Yes. That is authentic you.
Yeah.
There's one thing I like saying.
Yeah.
A man, the day a man figures out how to be comfortable in his own skin is the day the noises around you go quiet.
Let me actually just take it out there. The day a human being gets comfortable in their skin with their emotion, being themselves, that's when the world at large will be a better place.
It becomes beautiful.
Yes.
You stop asking too many questions about what the sun does to your skin and enjoy the sun.
Exactly.
Enjoy the sun.
True.
Powerful.
What does marriage mean to you?
Marriage, selflessness, and teamwork.
Selflessness.
Those two. Selflessness and teamwork. Die to self. Die to ambitions and selfish ways of doing things. It doesn't always have to be your way.
I see.
Learn to take the back seat. Everybody's on the wheel. Marriage is a car with 2 or 3, depending. Man, we live in a society. They're like functional. There are multiple marriages happening.
Marriage is like. Do you know that the car that they use to teach people how to drive?
It has.
You are driving
pedals on both sides. You have the instructor and you have the kurutu, and even the kurutu can be an instructor.
Exactly.
Just so you know.
Yes.
So it's the one with the gas pedal who's gassing.
Yeah.
But the one with the gas pedal going faster and the other one is braking.
Yes.
That's what it is. It can be a car with 3 stands, 2 stands, depending on how you functionally do it.
Exactly.
But you have to be selfless and a team player.
Yeah, it's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's about collectively what you guys have created, what you guys have.
Nikufunikiana, you cover for each other,
Cool.
That's what it is.
Last question. We had a conversation sidebar, and then I think this is the one thing that I've always been asking. What do you think about men fundraising for a wedding?
I'll tell you this. It's not a crime to do so. Tell you what, you will always attract people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
Somebody who buys into your pitch will come through regardless of whatever package.
Yeah.
If you have the guts or if you have the strength to fundraise, fundraise. If you can go at it alone, go at it alone.
Yeah.
The bottom line is be in agreement with your significant other. That's the bottom line. Yeah. I'm not opposed to people who go out asking people to fund them for weddings. We've just made it a culture that, hey, this guy's asking for money. Now they want us to start their lives. It's a perception of the society. Sure. Everybody's going to hate at you going to ask for help. Yeah. It's not just even in weddings. Everybody really.
Yeah.
Today, you'll probably come and tell us, hey, you know what? I'm trying to set up something. You have this vision.
Yes.
You know how you want to achieve it.
Yeah.
But you prefer working with people who are going to buy into your idea. So the best you can do is just field it to the people you have access to, because access is everything.
Yeah. Those connections are everything.
The ones who want the best for you, and you'll always attract 3 types of people. The ones who will reject and do nothing. The ones who will give and talk crap or shit. And then there are the ones who will blissfully give you because they want you to succeed.
Yeah.
But what's the goal? To fundraise for your wedding.
Yeah. And I think also, as much as it's there and available to us whenever we need it, conversation with the significant other is very important.
It's important.
Even in terms of expectations.
Exactly, managing expectations.
Yes, exactly. If you are mobilizing people from the outside to come and assist you,
yeah,
allow room to work with what you have. Don't pressure your husband because this is the type of wedding that you envisioned. And then,
the bottom line is manage your expectation.
Yes.
If you cannot have it grand, don't go out seeking for more than you can have it.
Perfect.
Have what is intimate enough to create a lasting memory.
For both of you.
For both of you. Not for one of you.
Yes, exactly.
Not just for one of you.
For both of you.
For both of you. How you go about it, that's on you, man. The ones on board will come. The ones who won't will stay away.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, now there's a game here we have. It's called...
Disclaimer, I always lost at games. So, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose to this one. My kids beat me hands down on any game, man.
This one we don't take scores, so it's just interesting. It's we call it this or that.
That's comforting.
Yeah, so this or that is a question game that encourages guests to choose between 2 options.
All right.
For example, Coke or Pepsi.
All right.
Coke or Fanta.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. Bobo. Bobo, my dog. I just became a dog person recently, so hey, I'm still on the high.
You have dogs already?
I have a dog. Yeah, and man, it's making me feel some type of way, man. I love it.
I'm a dog person.
Hey, awesome.
I have 5.
I'll bring one to the interview. I'll bring my dog to the 5.
Yeah, I have 5.
Yeah. Well,
so
those are many dogs and raising kids. Dogs give you a proper image of what parenting is.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Raising dogs, that is now you being a father.
I get what you mean. Yes,
Yeah.
true.
Uko sawa?
Niko sawa.
5 kids. Nindume.
I push through.
Nindume.
Vacation or staycation?
Hey, bro, staycation any day, man. I like creating moments.
Good stuff.
Hey.
Morning glory or night before sleep?
Baba, unajua vile napenda maombi ya asubuhi. Kichangu na kuaganywa. Hey, morning glory any day, man. Usiku nimechoka, staki.
Light skin or dark skin?
Wowote, any, doesn't matter. I don't choose. Just be the right
For the sake of this segment.
For the sake of this segment, I still repeat it. Wowote. I have no preference.
Big party or small party?
Small party. I love intimate spaces with authentic people. People I can relate to. I don't like facades.
Boobs or ass?
Hey, zote. When you got the boobies and you got the booty, man, you bless the brother. You bless the brother.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Can we have a sermon about that?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Petite or plus size?
Petite or plus size? Both. I don't mind. I have no... Bro, me, for the purposes of this, I want to tell you one thing. A woman is not in the size, in the color. Boobs and ass is a plus, though. But, I mean, if you don't got them, you can still walk away around it.
Yeah, you're still a woman.
You're still a woman.
You're still a woman.
And you can be loved.
Yeah.
It's in the character.
And appreciated.
And you appreciate it.
And adored.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cigar or cigarette?
None.
Why?
I don't know. Smoke.
You've never smoked?
I do have. Well, used to. But, nah.
Okay. Emotional pain or physical pain?
Emotional. Physical pain, man.
Yeah. Emotional pain is a disaster.
Boss, emotional pain is ninipige ngumi.
Yes.
We square. Then meno ndaika mpya. Ntajaza.
And also the physical pain, I think we have medicines to attend to that. The emotional.
If I lose a tooth, I can get an implant.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Yes.
Emotional pain, man, there's no way to repair that.
Exactly.
And it's usually transferable.
Yes, and you can transmit it. Yes, it's also up to you to solve it. Emotional pain are personal and very intimate.
15th of December and I'm still talking about it. Many years later, man, that shit don't go easy.
Yeah, okay. Whiskey or spirits?
Whiskey.
Okay,
Fine whiskey.
I think that's it for that segment. And then I think to wrap it up, I can ask you one question. What makes a good dad?
Time.
So the time that you give your kids and your people.
It's the time you give your kids. Time and
wife.
availability. Availability is a function of time.
I love it.
When you give time, you're available. When you're available, you learn your children. When you learn your children, you're able to give the best of you. There's no better way to become a better dad than to give time. Not even money.
Yeah.
Can I give you a quick, short?
Yeah, go on.
We were at Christmas the other day at my folks' place.
Yeah.
Over the last few months, I've been hella busy. I've been extremely busy.
Yeah.
Very early mornings, late nights. Yeah. It's been crazy, man.
Yeah.
My son made a comment, and that thing, to date, it still makes me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I let him down. Me, I'm here trying to chase for the good life.
Yeah.
And my son says, my daddy is always working all the time. Bro, that statement tore me. I felt bad because in my head, I'm doing the best to make sure these kids are having the best.
True.
But the focus of the best is not what I'm doing, but where I am.
What's the best for them in
Is
that
me.
time? Yeah,
Is me being
it's totally
there.
different from.
It's totally different from what I think is best for them.
From what you think is the best for them. Yeah.
I don't want to become 60.
Yeah.
And my son needs to find a valid reason to come and see the dad. I want to be the first one to buy my son his first drink of whatever choice that he wants at 18.
Exactly.
If I don't create that relationship right now, I won't get that chance then.
And also, you want to be there for your kid so that they don't surprise you.
That's the thing. Not just me.
Yes.
But they don't surprise the people who they're going to have a responsibility over.
Exactly.
If they don't get it from me, I'm done. And what makes all that possible? Time.
That's powerful.
Make your time count.
And I also think the best gift you can ever give someone is time. Bro, you're here and I really, really appreciate you. Man.
Sikia jamaa ameanza kutoa mistari hapa hivi.
Yeah. No, I
hear you, bro. I appreciate you, man.
I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Do you have the last thing? If people are looking for you, where can they find you?
Social media, Instagram at Kinyua Maina. I'm a dark guy, melanin packed, so full of life, living my life and having fun at it. Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Kinyua Maina. You can catch the episodes of Beautiful Black Men, all 10 episodes, both on Instagram and on YouTube. There's always a desire to learn as a man. True. Or you can catch me at a construction site near you.
Yeah.
Doing the doo-doo.
Bring those businesses.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
This is the Naked Ego podcast.
Naked Ego. I like that name, bro.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Yeah, we went.
I feel stripped already.
Yes.
I feel stripped, man.
Yes, we went through a journey to find that name.
The ones you take time, always give the best result.
That's true.
Yeah, this is dope, man.
Thank you.
Let's do this another time.
And we will. This is the Naked Ego podcast, and we are